Everyone. Welcome again to our webinar. So this webinar is about social media marketing and meta ads training. So just to introduce myself, my name is Albert Dolor. So I'm the founder of Gopal Media Pro. So we're providing digital marketing, sales, lead generation, email marketing, automation, web development to clients in the US, Australia, India, China, and of course here in the Philippines. We started in 2017 lang. So, by the way, just to welcome everyone, no, I saw a couple of message here. Let's just do a quick shout out. Shout out to Jolly Beth Lido from STI College Cainta. Oy, nice. Welcome to our webinar. And also from Mindoro University, ang layo nito. Nice. Thank you for joining us. That's coming from Cariza. Next is Mamburao Campus. Where's Mamburao Campus? Can you chat? Where is that? OMSC, Mamburao Campus. And then we have from Batangas, Lipa University. Nice. National Engineering University from Batangas State. And major in finance. Aldersgate College, welcome po. STI Kalamba. Okay, nice. Welcome you all to our webinar. Okay, so this webinar is a mix of audiences. So we have business owners, if you notice. We have entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and professionals as well as students, right? So napagandang environment to cultivate training, learning, kasi alam naman natin in this new age, digitalization is one of the strongest or powerful way to create your wealth, so regardless if you are a business owner or professional, students, as long as you have these tools in your in your hand, definitely you will be in a better position, so may business ka, may negosyo ka, pinapalaki mo, ginamit mo yung digital marketing or sales, social media especially, or in our training right now, meta ads, then you have an advancement. Or if you're professional, then you have an upskill na pwede mong magamit para makuha mo yung mga susunod na level, like your promotion mo. Or if you're students naman, then you have already an advantage, di ba? Siyempre sa students, kailangan natin pumasok as an intern, and then hopefully makuha tayo ng mga companies. Pero syempre ang benchmark nila is of course ano yung skills natin, 'di ba? Ano yung natutunan natin during our academy or sa school. Right? So let me just show you the importance of having an environment with group of people na like-minded, yung natututo together or never stop learning, So that's why we're doing this webinar. So if you can see here, can you see my screen? This is the picture of Elon Musk. If you know Elon Musk, he's the owner of Tesla, company SpaceX, So ito yung grupo nila. So sila yung magkakaibigan na nag-start with PayPal, Ito yung quick story lang. Sinimulan nila yung PayPal, and then from there, nakabenta nila yung company, tapos nagkanya-kanya na sila. Pero ito yung grupo nila. Magkakaiba man sila ng skills, ng knowledge, pero dahil grupo sila, nagkaroon sila ng a way to learn from one another and support each other. So what happened was, ito na sila ngayon. Boom. Sila yung nasa likod ng malalaking kumpanya sa buong mundo. So yung tatlo doon, naging may-ari ng YouTube. Yung isa doon, may-ari ng LinkedIn. Yung isa doon, sa kanya yung Tesla, Square, Genie, Kiva, Slide, Yelps. So the point is, very important pala yung magkakaroon ka ng environment or group na ipupush ka, na matuto ka, na mag-grow ka, na manalo ka, no? Someone is clapping for you, no? Yung mga simpleng ganito na suportahan ka. Kasi alam naman natin in any endeavor, no? Mas lalo pa nagsisimula tayo, wala dun agad yung suporta. Magkakaroon ka lang ng suporta kapag meron ka ng konting traction, konting ano, nakita na nila, nagiging, uy, successful na si ano, tara, supportahan natin. Di ba? Uy, graduate na sa school si ano Sige nga, baka ano tayo, di tayo makalimutan yan pag may trabaho na. Ano? Ganun. But anyways, the reason that I'm sharing this with you is that we have this digital nation Philippines, no? And the purpose of that is to have an environment, no? Kasi if you would like to be really, really successful in what you are doing, especially in the digital age, you need a place where you can learn, cultivate that knowledge, and of course, collaborate with like-minded people, network with them, share your knowledge, share your ideas, no? And hopefully, one day, baka maabot natin to, hindi man tayo makapag-build ng YouTube, no? Hindi man tayo makapaggawa ng Palantir or billion company, but maybe, di ba? We'll shoot for the star. If we miss, maybe we, di ba? Go to another stars. But if we perceive, push forward, maybe we hit the moon, no? But the idea is there. I hope you get it. So going back to our training, the agenda for today here is these three things. This is the major foundation of using social media. Okay, so we have the branding and content strategy, and lastly, meta ads. Okay, so we will go with that one by one, right? So for social media marketing, we will start with 5 steps of social media marketing, right? So what is that? Number 1 is identifying our customer profile. Okay, so syempre as a business owner or a professional, what do we normally do is just, okay, gagamitin ko tong Facebook o kaya Instagram o kaya LinkedIn o kaya YouTube, and then boom, 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 gagawa ako ng mga content and that's it. And then what we realize next, we fail, walang traction, walang engagement, wala. Because we don't have the ideal customer profile na na-set up, so hindi natin alam kung sino ang kinakausap natin. So we need to understand kung sino ang ating mga ideal customers. Okay? So by understanding your customers, matitailor natin yung mga content na ginagawa natin, no? So like for example, si Nike, yung sapatos, no? So si Nike, ang content niya, hindi siya nagsasabi na matigas yung sapatos, na matibay yung sapatos, maganda siya, yung quality niya. Hindi niya sinasabing ganun, no? Ang sinasabi niya is, kami yung mga nagre-represent na magagaling na athlete sa buong mundo. So kung gusto mo maging ma-reach yung peak performance mo o maging katulad ka namin, suotin mo to, no? Parang ganun yung messaging nila. So tinatarget nila yung mga ganong klaseng profile or customers, right? So that's the important of having an ideal customer profile. Now, punta tayo sa next is outline your clear desired positioning. So like what I mentioned earlier, so umpisa pa lang, dapat alam na natin kung ano ang gusto nating mangyari dun sa ating business. Paano ba tayo gustong makita ng ating mga customers or clients natin kung B2 business to business ka, 'di ba? So kailangan meron tayong strong branding. Kahit hindi naman super ganda ng branding mo, kasi most of the time when we talk about branding, napupunta siya sa logo, no, sa design, yung editing, graphics, no, hindi lang siya yun. Well, in one sense, part siya nun, but the idea of branding is really sharing the story, yung context nung business natin. No, kunyari si example, no. Example natin si Apple. So si Apple, very very minimal lang yung design niya, 'di ba? sobrang black and white lang siya, hindi siya ganong maraming editing, pero napiperceive siya o nakikita siya ng mga clients niya, ng mga customers niya as top brand, no? Innovative brand. Sleek yung visuals niya, pero focus din siya sa creativity, di ba? So ang daming tao na nag-resonate kay Apple pagdating doon sa positioning niya. So doon siya na-position na pag sinabing premium na cellphone o gadgets, laptop, premium na earphones, no, na iPad, no, it's gonna be Apple, right? So this is the small distinct identity na consistent nilang binubuo in the long time, for so many, for the so many years, na talagang ito yung pinapanindigan nila, and because of that, nag-create na sila ng sarili nilang market category. So dahil dyan, punta tayo sa pangatlo. Ito yung tinatawag nating messaging strategy. Okay. So sa messaging strategy, ito yung pinaka-blueprint natin kung paano tayo makipag-usap sa ating mga kliyente, sa ating mga customers, no? Ano ba yung gusto natin nilang maramdaman kapag nakikipag-transaction sila sa atin or kapag nakikita nila man lang yung negosyo natin. Siyempre, most of the time, dahil wala tayong idea nito, wala silang nararamdaman sa negosyo natin. So, ano ba yung messaging? So, ito yung pag-develop ng ating mga messages, tone of voice, friendly ka ba? Very professional ka ba? Casual lang ba? At anong platform, no, yung gagamitin mo? Kasi iba-iba siya, 'di ba? Sa TikTok, iba yung audience doon, more on new generation, no? And then pagdating mo sa LinkedIn, mas seryoso doon kasi puro business doon. Pagdating naman sa Facebook, halo-halo. So, kailangan mas fine-tune yung messaging natin doon, or Instagram iba din kasi puro pictures doon. So, paano mo bubuuin yung mga messages na ganito? Is depende ulit yan. Babalik ka ulit doon sa ideal customer mo. 'Di ba? Para mabuo mo yung messages. So, bakit kailangan natin ito, sir? Kasi syempre, we're building the brand, the recognition, yung brand recall, no? Kailangan maalala tayo lagi ng ating mga customers every time na they're thinking about our product or services. And while at the same time, very important to, yung pag-build ng trust and credibility through consistent messaging. Hindi porket sinabi natin, yun na yun, no? Pero kailangan natin yung panindigan. Okay? So, example dyan is yung Coca-Cola, right? Does any one of you notice yung ano ni Coca-Cola? Commercial or ads niya? Can you message us kung anong naaalala nyo pag nakikita nyo yung can you chat in our messaging kung anong nakikita nyo kapag or na anong nafe-feel nyo kapag nakikita nyo yung ads ni Coca-Cola? Going once, merong GCash yo. Kapag tama yung sagot. Merong GCash kapag tama yung sagot. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So, ang sample natin doon kay Coca-Cola, no? Pinapanindigan nila sa message nila na they're about togetherness and happiness, no? So there was one time pa nga, no, sinishare nila yung share a Coke campaign, no? I-share nila yung Coke nila, tapos mapakita nila doon kung gaano sila kasaya, kung gaano sila magkakasama sa pamilya. Lalo pag Christmas, makikita nyo to, magkakasama sila sa isang video, no? Tapos nandoon yung Coke. Meron pa last time parang yung spill na Coke naman, natatapon yung soft drinks, no? Yung moment na yun, yung sinishare din nila. Okay? So next is value proposition. All right. So what is value proposition? Ito lang naman yung ating identifier para ihiwalay tayo sa competition. 'Di ba? Okay tayo, may nag-message dito. So sabi ni Renz, ni-express po yung happiness while drinking Coke. Tama, GCash. Okay, sige. Send mo yung GCash mo later. Tingnan natin. Thanks, Reds. Alright, so if there's more, you can send in the message, di ba? At least meron tayong collaborative. So what I'm doing here is just, although I'm, facilitating the discussion natin, the training, it would be nice also if you can, share your thoughts, your knowledge there, di ba? Kasi you are also part of this growth, no? Part of the process. So you're learning from me, but I'm also learning from you. Katulad niyan, yung sinabi ni Renz, no? Sabi niya, in-express daw yung happiness, which is really, true, right? So next is ating yung value proposition, no? Going back there. So sabi ko nga kanina, ito yung hiwalay natin, no? Yung business natin, yung negosyo natin sa mga kalaban natin. Pag pumunta ka ng grocery, makikita mo kung gaano karaming naglalaban-laban sa isang linya ng paninda. Pasok ka sa SM. Yung isang diretso na yun, punta ka sa crackers. Siguro mga 100 doon naglalaban-laban sila para sa attention natin, di ba? Para damputin yung produkto na yun. Okay? Sabi ni Sherry Ann Ganzagan, family bonding while drinking Coke. Di ba? See? Imagine naalala natin yun, di ba? So, if any one of you can do that, no? If any one of you can create a way na maalala kayo ng customers nyo, ng kliyente nyo in a very creative way, mas magiging profitable ang ating mga businesses. Okay? So, ganun siya kalakas, ganun siya ka-powerful. Right? So, going back, why do we need this unique value proposition? Diba? Kasi ito yung nga, nag-differentiate sa atin. So, going back kay, sino mo magandang ngayon? Example. Sa Toyota, no? Let's use it Toyota for example. No? Kasi ito, nasa medyo innovation tayo at digital tayo. So, tingnan natin si Toyota, sila Ford, what else? Hyundai, Mitsubishi, no? Ito yung mga gamit-gamit na sasakyan ng kailangan nating pagasan, diesel, no? Pero merong bago ngayon, ewan ko kung familiar kayo, si BYD, no? Si BYD, EV naman siya, no? Electric vehicle siya, no? Patulad siya nila Tesla. Sila yung parang electric vehicle, di mo na kailangan gasan, no? Pa-charge mo na lang, parang cellphone. Pero kotse siya, no? So, ganito nila separate yung negosyo nila from the normal, no? Yung from Ford, from Toyota na nagbebenta ng sasakyan. So, ang ino-offer nila, hindi basta-basta charging na charge na sasakyan. Ang ino-offer nila is innovation. At sinasabi nila sa mga interview nila na this is for sustainability. Di ba? Ang bigat noon. Pag sinayang sustainability, talagang suportahan natin yan kasi nasisira na yung environment natin dahil because of climate change. Ang dami yung ine-extract na oil. Sayang. Nasisira si Mother Earth. Di ba? So, paano nakatulong ngayon sila mga electric cars? No? Ginawa nila ngayon yung charge na mga sasakyan, di ba? Ang galing nung kanilang value positioning. Okay, so let's go to last part. Creating a problem solving offer. Di ba? Ito na yung sinabi ko kanina, yung ginawa ni Tesla, di ba? Nag-create sila ng bagong category para sa kanila. Si BYD, nagkaroon sila ng bagong category, which is, yun nga, electric vehicle. No? Nag-provide sila ng solutions doon sa market na sila yung makapag-solve ng problema ng climate change. Nakatulong sila doon kasi syempre bababa ngayon yung mga nagpapagas, nagpapadiesel, bababa ngayon yung demand para sa pag-extract or kuha ng mga oil na yan kasi mahahati siya dahil may electric na, and then some of us meron pang solar panel, kinukuha na natin yung natural energy, 'di ba? So ang galing ng way niya na pagkakaroon ng business at the same time solving a huge problem in the world. So imagine, solving that problem will make you literally a billionaire, di ba? Ganun siya katindi. So, I'd like to share with you a quote from Jeff Bezos. So, sabi ni Jeff Bezos, he's also one of the wealthiest person in the world. Sabi niya, siya may-ari ng Amazon. Ang sabi niya, tayong mga negosyante, tayong mga tao, if we are going to make money, if you want to be successful, we are being rewarded based on the problem that we can solve. So mas matindi yung problem na sinosolve natin, mas malaki yung reward. So going back to that example of Tesla, yung BYD, yung electric vehicle ng mga kumpanya, sobrang laki ng problem na tinatry nilang isolve. And that means sobrang laki din ng kanilang kikitaing pera. Alright. So next, naintindihan ba natin yung social media marketing 5 steps lang naman siya kung bakit kailangan natin itong gawin? Drop me a message there. Oh, meron dito message si Carissa ulit. Yes po, yung quality of satisfaction ng product. Nice, tama tayo dyan. Okay? So any comment that you'd like to share or thoughts that you'd like to share about the social media marketing before we move into the next, which is this one is for branding side. Okay, so understanding this will give you a direction in running the business. So kung ikaw ay nagninegosyo, may idea ka na kung saan ngayon yung mga gaps natin sa pagpapatakbo ng ating operation. Kung professionals ka naman, naiisip mo na okay, there's something more that I can learn about this, that I can maybe useful for my profession. And if your students, no, number one to, if your students, if you know about this, then yung internship natin, mas mataas yung magiging probability na makuha tayo. Kasi, why? Especially if you're in the marketing, ha? Kasi, understanding this will give a direction for the business like I said, no? So, kung ikaw, mas alam mo pa to kaysa dun sa marketer nila, baka mawalan siya ng trabaho. Okay? So, publish your content. Next, no? So, kailangan naman natin ma-identify kung saan tayo maggagawa ng content. So, may papublish yan. Instagram ba? Facebook ba? Twitter ba? Or X na? YouTube. So, kailangan mo mamili based doon sa kanina, binalikan natin, di ba? Kanina doon sa customer profile mo. Hindi pwedeng banat tayo ng banat, Facebook tayo, or ano. Kailangan magkaroon din tayo ng at least siguro mga 5 to 10 minutes idealization kung saan tayo gagalaw, kung saan tayo mag-ooperate, no? Kasi in the long run, mas makakatipid tayo, one, ng resources, makakapagtipid tayo ng time, and makakatipid tayo ng funds, ng pera. Okay? So, alam natin ngayon kung saan natin ilalagay yung ating full energy, no? So, kunyari, ang tinitinda natin is clothing. Clothing na pangmasa. So, nasan ba ang karamihan ng masa natin? Either Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So, alam mo na. Ngayon, kailangan ko ngayon mag-publish ng content na related sa, bubuhin ko na ulit siya, sa positioning, may messaging, may value, and problem-solving offer. Ano ba yung ino-offer natin? Okay? So now, let's just say na pag-create ka na ng content. May content na ako, sir, pero wala akong kita. Yan yung next na problem. Sunod-sunod kasi yung problem natin pag nagnenegosyo talaga tayo. Hindi yan halos natatapos. Pero habang sinusolve natin yung mga problema natin sa negosyo natin, nagkakaroon tayo ng rewards in a form of what? Return on investment and profit. Okay? So next is how we are going to convert that content into our sales. Okay? So this is alright, teka. Mute natin yung iba ha, para hindi tayo nag-feedback. Alright, thank you so much. So, going back sa ating sales funnel, so meron tayong content. Now, how we can convert that into sales or profit? So, let's just say we have the awareness already. Ito yung tinatawag natin brand awareness. Ito yung nag-educate na tayo. Yung pinakita ko sa inyo dito, ito yan, awareness and education. Okay? And then, awareness and education, this is to prepare your audience or to capture the demand. No? Dito nangyayari yung ating pagbenta. So, kung B2B ka or business to business ka, mapupunta ka ngayon sa kabilang side, which may another kang funnel, which is your sales process. It could be lead, opportunity, check mo siya, di-discovery kayo, and then magde-develop kayo ng, alam mo yun, relationship, maybe there's a meeting, and then close. Pwede mo i-sales, close na siya, pwede mo nang mabentaan siya. Sa B2C naman, mas mabilis siya. Normally, ito nangyayari sa e-commerce natin. Meron kang website or pwede siya mag-message sa'yo. And then, pwede mo na i-close yung order niya. So, mas mabilis siya no, sa B2C. Alright? So, you get the idea here that from content, gagawa ako ng sales funnel, pwedeng papunta sa add to cart or sa messaging or pwede sa business to business, messaging kami or meron kaming form, basta makuha ko yung information niya, papasok na ako sa CRM ko. Yung CRM na tinatawag natin is that of going through the, hold on, sales pipeline. Ito yan. Okay? Now, we move on to the next, which is, since ito yung inbound, no? Ito yung inbound natin, makapansin mo dyan, papasok yan, right? So, punta tayo sa outbound. Siyempre, sa social media marketing, may opportunity ka din na itap yung mga target audience mo, na ikaw mismo yung mag-i-initiate nito, right? So, pwede mong i-message sila, send ka ng direct message. So, like for example, hi sir, my name is Albert. I'm selling this book, no? I'm selling this book and this is about how you can run your business, how you can be mindful, how you can take care of your body like that, no? And maybe you can send us a message and let us know if you have an interest, no? So ito yung mga message na pwede nating sabihin, no? For example, I'm selling shirts, no? This shirt is about the changing the world, supporting the local economy, the MSMEs in the Philippines, stuff like that. And then let us know if you would like to be a part of our mission like that. So pwede mo na siyang i-message sa Instagram or Facebook. And then the next is cold calls. So like for example, meron ka ng contact list na tatawagan mo. Pwede mo silang ngayon itawagan and sabihin kung ano yung ino-offer natin. No? So sir, my name is Albert. I'm selling this gym equipment. And I noticed that you are into bodybuilding, you are also in the business, so I wonder if you would be interested in getting into call with me so you can leverage whatever you were doing, no? And then from there, magkakaroon ka ngayon ng initial contact at magkakaroon ka ngayon ng opportunity to close a sale. So with outbound campaign. Ganon din sa emails, no? May mga emails tayo na sinisend. Kunyari, mayroon ka ng contact list, pwede mo silang sendan ng emails, yung offer mo, about your products and services. So, bridging the gap between the market opportunities and the things or activities that you can do. All right? So, if you would really like to be a successful business owner, then these are the weapons or the things that you can consider. So, meron kang inbound at meron kang outbound. Dalawa yan, no? And then, that's for social media marketing. Now, going to the last part of the social media marketing and content creation, the most important thing is having that patience. Okay? There's no such thing as overnight success. Even though we have the idea, we have the knowledge that this is what I'm going to create, branding and content, it really doesn't have the the complete ideation. Like for example, Mark Zuckerberg mentioned in one of his speech that the ideas daw, it will not come fully formed. So it will take time daw para i-improve to through innovation and pivot, iteration, para mas maging acceptable siya sa market. Okay? Because we don't really have the full understanding yet of what the customers or our clients are looking for. All right? So be patient, no, with what we are doing, with what our effort, acknowledging that the gradual impact of what we are doing. All right? Especially sa branding and content creation. Pupunta tayo mamaya sa Facebook ads, which is syempre mabilisan, gusto mo na makabenta, Facebook ads tayo. Right? But again, we have to make sure na ready din yung content natin. Alright, later on I'll explain that. Right? So, here, this is the whole funnel na in-explain ko sa inyo kanina. Meron tayong awareness, acquisition, activation, retention, referral, and then revenue. Lahat yan, iikot sa iyong marketing campaign. So, sa marketing campaigns and activities natin, let's just say, dito ka ulit, sa B2B or B2C, business to business, or business to consumer. Now, we have the content, no? We have the campaigns. So from there, meron tayong circles of understanding the data. Ano ba yung sinasabi sa atin ng audience natin or ng mga clients natin? Kailangan natin pakinggan sila, no? It's not about just us, but it's about we are offering this products and services. So kung may website ka, you need to check our user interface and user experience. Pag wala naman, pwedeng rekta ka na sa products and services mo. Maybe you can offer you can offer promotion, pricing strategy, product improvement, research and development. And then once you have the idea of that, you can now optimize your campaign. Okay? So paulit-ulit yan na gagawin natin, balik ulit tayo sa campaigns. And the idea of that is like this. Okay? So this is our process for marketing. So we have the idea, we will test it, we will analyze it, and then we will pivot based on what the idea is telling to us, and then goes back to idea, and then test it, analyze it, iterate it, and from there, we will get this profit, the money, no? So the people the professionals, the students who understand this will be having the edge compared to competitors or compared to your colleagues. Why? Because you understand the whole process of running your campaigns. Not just about, okay, naisip ko this morning, parang ang ganda mag-ads. Nakita ko kasi yung ads ni kaya natin. So, doon tayo nagkakaroon ng problema. Sabi ni Carl Angelo, may question, may recording po ba ito? Yes, may recording to. Mapopost natin siya dun sa Digital Nations Philippines group. Okay? So, going back about dito sa ating process, no? Dito, this word, the money is making. Okay? Money making, ano natin yan? Process natin yan. So, na-gets ba natin? Meron ba tayong questions? Meron ba tayong napulot dun sa ating branding and content? Drop a message naman kayo dyan kung medyo mabilis ba, medyo overloading ba, meron ba kayong nakuha kahit isa o dalawa doon na pwede nating i-apply sa ating negosyo, sa ating trabaho, or sa school. Yes, very insightful po, sir. Okay, thank you. Marge, anyone who would like to add more? Okay, before we go to our Facebook ads. All right, so the whole process that we are doing here is understanding the market first, okay? Number one is we need to understand ourselves, our own business, and then we try to understand the market, what they are telling us, and then from there, we will strategize our advertising because advertising is costly. You have to invest in that and see results for at least 30 days. Better if you have 3 months campaign to 6 months and 12 months. But if you are looking just doing it in short term, like 3 days, 1 week, wag ka na lang mag-ads. Okay, sayang lang. I'm gonna be honest with you because a lot of business owners, masali yung mga maliliit nating negosyante, iniisip nila, mag-run ako neto, 7 days, okay na yan. And then patayin ko ulit. Well, hindi siya ganun namaandar, no? Nasasayang yung ating resources with that, sayang yung ads natin. And then they will say, no, hindi naman effective yung Facebook ads eh. Di ba? Hindi naman hindi naman nakakabenta sa Facebook ads. Siyempre, because hindi natin alam yung buong understanding, no? Nung paano patakbuhin yung social media. Kasi nasa dulo pala ng funnel yung Facebook ads eh. Ano yung 3 araw, 1 linggo, 1 buwan pa lang yung business page mo, nag-run ka na ng ads. Di ba? So, napakababa ng probability na mag-trust agad sa'yo yung audience mo at bumili sa'yo kung bago pa lang ang Facebook, wala pang content, wala kang strategy, wala kang messaging, tapos mag-run ka ng ads. Talagang sayang, magiging sayang yung ini-invest natin kasi napakarami pala natin kailangan i-consider din, no? I'm not saying that we have to do all of these things at the same time and do it religiously. But the point of this is just really having an understanding what are the things that we can apply, what we can consider with my business, with my direction, diba? In terms of making more profit in short term and also long term, no? Para pang matagalan yung ating negosyo. Kasi based on the research, diba? Most of the businesses are going to fail in the first 3 to 5 years. And that is because we don't understand our own nature, yung nature ng business natin, and as well as the market na pinapasok natin. 'Di ba? Doon pa lang sa dalawa, malaki na yung chance na malugi tayo. 'Di ba? So imagine may kliyente ako retired sila, nagbebenta sila ng furnitures. So sobrang excite niya yung retirement nila, ginamit nila pang puhunan, in-order nila yung mga inventory nila, yung mga produkto nila galing ibang bansa, nagdatingan ngayon dito, sobrang dami kasi laki-laki yung retirement nila. And then, hindi sila bumenta. So umiiyak siya, mangiyak-ngiyak sa akin yung lalaki, no? Sabi niya, paano to sir? Nagkamali ba ako? Sabi ko, sir, nagkamali ka po talaga kasi I have to be honest with him kasi nga mali eh. So kung sasabihin ko sa kanya i-sugarcoat ko siya, edi magkakaproblema kami lalo. So in-explain ko sa kanya na ganito yung sitwasyon, ganito yung product fit. So ginawa na lang natin ng paraan, no? So binild natin ngayon, nakakabenta na sila, nakaka-recover sila kahit papaano, but I'm explaining to them that it will take time, no? Ang naging problema nila is that, yun nga, dahil sa excitement nila, nalugi sila. Nalugi sila ng ilang buwan. At kahit ngayon pa lang ulit sila nakaka-recover per month. So imagine dumating yung mga furniture galing ibang bansa, nagrenta sila ng warehouse, yung ibang produkto nila nasa likod ng bahay nila, pero walang benta. Di ba? So napaka delikadong sitwasyon yun, talagang nakakatakot na sitwasyon yun, lalo na kung retired ka pa. Di ba? Imagine kung yan yung parents mo. Di ba? Yan yung family mo, yan yung kamag-anak mo. So now, dahil meron na tayong idea, pwede mo ngayon sabihin yung kaibigan mo, yung families mo, yung kakilala mo na, teka, parang pwede ka pang idagdag sa pagninegosyo mo. Pwede mo nga siya matulungan, pwede mo siyang masave dun sa nakakatakot na part which is malugi siya sa pagninegosyo. Okay? So going back to our Facebook ads now, understanding the market, no? Ito na yung papasok tayo. Siyempre, meron na tayong, let's just say, for example, meron na tayong content and meron na tayong branding na basic. Now, mag-run na tayo ng ads. So pag-run natin ng ads, meron tayong tinatawag na 97% ng audience natin are not ready to buy. 3% lang dyan yung ready to buy. Ito, sinasabi dito. This is based on research 3%, bibili sila. 6 to 7%, medyo, pwede. Dun sa 30%, hindi pa nila naiisip. At yung pinakababa, hindi sila interested. At yung pangatlo, hindi pa sila bibili. Wala pa silang interest sa produkto. Pero, dyan ngayon naglalaban-laban yung mga kumpanya. So, saan mo gagamitin ngayon yung short term para makabenta ka? Siyempre, very straightforward sa 3% or dito sa 6 to 7%, di ba? So, saan mo naman gagamitin ngayon yung content strategy mo at yung branding? Siyempre, dito sa mga hindi nakakakilala sa'yo, sa hindi nag-iisip sa'yo, sa hindi wala pang interest bumili. Di ba? Ito yung tinatawag natin na nurturing natin na process. Ino-nurture natin to, papaakyat ng funnel. So once they're ready to buy, babalik ulit tayo sa branding kanina, brand recall. Ikaw na ulit yung iisipin nila kapag ready na silang bumili. Okay. So good with that. Send us a message there before we jump into Facebook ads. Okay. So kung may na-pick up kayo doon na isa o dalawa, mas maganda. Okay. And then going into finding the right people on your Facebook ads. So balik ulit tayo dun sa kanina, ideal customer profile. Ito yun, di ba? Gagamitin natin to sa pag-create ng ads. Right? So that's why dun pa lang sa umpisa, ginagawa na natin siya. We have to be mindful of this all the time kasi pag nagdiretso tayo sa Facebook ads, maliligaw tayo. Alright? So going into Facebook ads campaign. Okay, so this is the environment of Facebook ads. So I know some of you might have the knowledge already of how to run Facebook ads, right? But later on, I will show you the live Facebook ads. Okay, so let me just reshare my screen. Okay. Any questions pala or any thoughts you'd like to share about our about branding, content strategy, about the market itself? May mga natukuha ba tayo? Anything that you pick up here? Sino yun? Okay. So, dito tayo ngayon sa business ni Meta Ad Suites, no? So, alam naman natin na to siguro. So, kung hindi pa, later I'll show you how we can go to this part, right? So, click lang natin yung Ads Manager. Doon yan sa Tools. Tools. And then Ads Manager. Right? So, magiging ganito yung itsura niya. Okay? So, ito na siya. Okay. So, pinakita ko sa iyo kanina na meron tayong iba't ibang level of targeting. So, dito yan. Create lang tayo dyan. But before that, I'd like to show you the environment of this Meta Ads. Okay, so here, meron ka ditong account, which is nakalagay yung pangalan ko. Dahil test account nito, nakalagay siya sa personal account. The best practice is dapat nakaseparate yung personal account mo sa Meta Ads mo na pang-run sa negosyo. Kasi, number one, kung magkaroon ka ng problema dyan sa Meta Ads mo, nagkaroon ng rejection, nagkaroon ng nahit mo yung policy ni Facebook, madadama yung personal account mo. So, or if you're a media buyer, if you're eyeing to be a media buyer, then that's one of the best practices, no? Magkaroon ka ng business account na gagamitin mo for what? For clients. Okay? Kasi para mas ma-manage mo siya ng maayos at also mas safe siya both clients and your side as well. So dahil test account to, pwede naman gumawa na lang tayo. But that's not going to be part of our discussion today. But how you're going to create an business ad account. So I'll teach you how you can have also an expert support all the time. Okay, and that's what. Anything that you have in mind na pwedeng makatulong sa'yo? Can you comment anything? Just guess any tools that you have in mind na para matulungan ka bukod kay Google, no? Kasi syempre, Google natin kung ano yung mga kailangan natin minsan. Any tools that you think na helpful sa pagninegosyo or helpful sa work, sa office, or helpful sa school? Anything that you are using that you'd like? Canva for me, Gemini, ChatGPT, sabi na rin, tama, no? So, ChatGPT. So, napakatindi na itong ChatGPT. Ba tayo ChatGPT? ChatGPT. Alright. So, Safari. Notion. Ang ganda tong Notion. Yung Notion, ito yung project management. Very advanced si Kiran. Si Feb, Safari. Si Kiran, no? Applications na paggawa ng publication material para sa social media accounts. Di ba? Lupit to. Yun, no? So, sa akin, nandito pa lang ako sa ChatGPT. Okay, so this is for the benefit of others. So meron tayong few individuals here that that are using the tools, no? So si ChatGPT kasi ang makukuha na pwede nating magamit sa kanya like here, like for example, ang problema natin kanina, 'di ba? Sabi ko, i-separate natin yung personal ad account natin sa what? Sa business. Kasi daw, pwede tayong ma-hit ng mga, which is out of our control, katulad ng mga rejection, yung mga policy ni Facebook, ni Mark Zuckerberg, no? Pwede tayong madali. So, to be safe, no, iiwalay natin yung meta ad accounts natin. So, ChatGPT, how to create business ad account in Meta. So, okay. Boom. So, in just few seconds, no, meron na tayong steps kung paano gagawa ng ad account, 'di ba? So, i-click ko lang daw to, create a business account, go to business account, icon, diretso settings, add your business name. So, ganun lang siya, no? Kasi pag ginawa natin to, all the time, mauubos yung oras natin. Alam ko baka magutom kayo, magalit kayo sa akin, nabutin tayo ng lunch. Okay? So, ayun yung ad account natin, ads manager natin. So that's one of the bonus for others who doesn't have the idea of ChatGPT and any AI tools, no? Yet, ito yung isa sa pwede natin magamit, right? So, gawa tayo ngayon ng ads. Okay? So, sa paggawa ng ads, punta tayo sa create new. So, may option tayo kasi napag-create na ako dito kanina. Create tayo new. Ito yung nakita ko sa iyo kanina, 'di ba? Meron tayong 3% if you remember, yung nasa tuktok, and then meron 6 to 7% and then 30, right? So, pagdating mo ngayon dito sa ad environment ng Meta Ads, meron kang pagpipilian. Awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. So, familiar ba dun sa funnel kanina? Dun sa sinasabi ni Market na merong 97% and 3%, no? So, nagkakaroon tayo ng idea ngayon kung paano mo gagamitin
Oo,
yung
magtatanggalin dyan.
opo. Sabi ano lang. Paano mo gagamitin yung Facebook ads? Okay? So, Facebook ads, no, dito sa awareness and traffic, hindi ka makakapag-convert dito ng sales. This is more on branding, okay? Branding campaigns and your content traffic, okay? Ito yung para makita ka, para makita yung ginagawa mo, para makilala ka, especially kung bago ka lang. Bago lang yung business page natin, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng initial contact or what? Initial followers and likes on our Facebook page. So sabi dito sa awareness daw, papakita ko yung ads mo dun sa mga tao na most likely maalala ka. Doon sa traffic naman, ganun din, papakita ko naman sa mga tao na pwede ko silang isend sa business page mo or Instagram profile mo, pwede rin sa website, pwede rin sa app. Pero hindi yung sinabi dito na bibigyan kita ng sales walang sinabing ganun, no? More on traffic lang dito, pang build ng iyong nurturing funnel. Kung maalala mo kanina, in-explain natin kanina, meron tayong pang-build ng branding and content, di ba? So, eto yun. And then, next is engagement. Okay? Engagement, kahit papano, makakakuha ka na ng benta dito kasi nag-i-engage na sila. No? Ang labanan lang dito is yung targeting. Basta tama yung targeting mo, makakuha tayo ng benta rito. Pero, let's manage our expectations that hindi natin itong magagamit for conversion ng sales in the long run. Kasi engagement lang yung bibigay ni Facebook, and once na-saturate mo na yung binibigay ni Facebook na sales, mauubos na siya, kailangan mo nang lumipat sa different targeting or different ad set. So, ang next mo dyan is leads. No? So, ang leads, pwede itong magamit sa B2B, business to business. Ito yung mga kunyari, like professionals, doctors, clinic, mga ganyan, yung mga aesthetics, no, yung mga kailangan nilang mag-book, no, reservations, hotels, like that. Ang binibigay nito, meron siyang form na pwede nating ilabas and then bibigay ng audience natin yung email, number nila, name, and then papasok ngayon yung sales process mo. Pwede kang tumawag, pwede mo siyang sendan ng email. Katulad dun sa kanina, pwede ka nang mag-outbound, no? So ito na yon yung in-explain ko sa inyo. Last is sales, but daanan natin si app promotion. So promotions, ito naman kung meron kang app, no? Startup company ka, meron kang dinevelop na app. So, pwede mong i-run yan para dumiretso sa app mo. Ma-download nila, makita nila yung app mo and install nila yan. Right? So, sales. Ito yung isa sa pinakamaganda sa Facebook para makabenta ka talaga agad. Kung maaalala mo yung 3% dun sa TokTok, ito yun. No? Sila yung 3% na ready to buy. Okay? So, sabi dito na Facebook, hahanapin ko yung mga tao na bibili sa'yo, bibili ng produkto mo or kukuha ng services mo. Okay? So, this is very good for what? Conversions daw, sales, and messaging. Okay? So, for now, dahil magkakapareho lang naman sila ng environment, ang nangyayari dito, tinitignan lang ni Facebook yung kung ano yung kailangan mo. Okay? So, let's try engagement for now. So, dahil nandito na tayo, meron na tayong tinatawag na recommended settings ni Facebook. So recommended settings, okay to kung meron ka ng data points. Dahil test account to, walang laman. So walang magagamit si Facebook, wala siyang data points para isipin kung paano niya i-streamline or kung paano siya magre-recommend ng best practices para sa mga ads natin. Kasi nga, wala siyang basehan eh. So ang gagawin niya, manghuhula siya. Hahanap siya ng kamukha ng account mo at ibibigay niya sa'yo yun. So, hindi siya magiging effective. So, anong kailangan natin gawin? Manual tayo ngayon para magkaroon tayo ng data points. Okay? But again, kung meron ka na naman ng mga previous campaigns, then pwede ka mag-recommended settings. Kung wala naman, mag-manual lang muna tayo. Okay? So far, so good. Message naman tayo dyan. Pwede kang maglagay ng number 1 kung good so far. Number 2 kung not so... Okay, meron doon. Si Renz, number 1, goods. Goods na goods. And number 2 kung not so good. And number 3 kung gusto ng GCash. Okay. So, yun 3 Number 1, not so good. Okay, so far, so good tayo. Teka, may naklik ako. Close natin yan. So, remember ha? Number 3, si Marjun. 3. Spam natin yung 3. Okay. Next time siguro, no? Maganda, may GCash. Pero wag ilalagay yung mga mobile number nyo, ha? Baka biglang may mag-send sa inyo. Okay. So, balik tayo ngayon sa ating sample. Engagement tayo, no? Ang number 1 dito na rule, best practice again, is yung naming convention natin. Dahil naka-engagement siya, lagay mo na dito, siguro, tignan tayo sapatos, no? Shoes. Shoes engagement campaign. So, padating natin sa shoes engagement campaign, 3 yung level natin dito. Meron tayo dito sa taas, okay? Which is yung campaign details natin. Right? So, sa campaign details natin, ang makikita mo dyan, is yung campaign options. Makikita mo dito. All the time, it's always auction. Okay? Kasi nagbi-bid tayo sa advertising platform ni Facebook. So, just mind you pala, Facebook is not just a social media platform. Facebook is what? Pag may nakahula ulit, GCash. Pag wala, okay lang din. Ano si Facebook bukod sa social media platform? Ano daw siya? Pinag-aaralan na ba to sa school, especially sa marketing? Kung ano si Facebook bukod sa pagiging social media platform niya, ano daw siya? Connectivity account. Ayun, may nakaisa doon. Si Renzo, tindi. Si Renz, ang galing. Advertising. Correct. Business, sabi ni Mario Fe. Sales funnel, sabi ni Marge. Advertising, sabi ni Cariza. Sabi ni Mario Pe, business. Tama kayo lahat dyan, no? Ginagamit si Facebook. Another GCash po ba ulit to, sir? Yes, another GCash to. Sige, keep it going. Huwag lang lalagay yung number nyo, ha? Baka may mag-send ng dyan. 1 million dyan. Ilalak ni GCash yung mo. yung number mo. No, dapat huwag ka lalagpas ng 50,000 GCash. Okay? So anyways, kidding aside, no, tama kayo lahat, no. Facebook is not just social media platform, but also gamit siya pang sales funnel, gamit siya sa business, live selling, gamit din siya, developing interaction sa people, tama, and social networking site, tama. And lastly, siya ay isang advertising platform, no? So, dahil advertising platform siya, related sa mga negosyo, hindi pala siya libre. So ang libre ay yung mga consumer. So kung libre siya, ibig sabihin ang product ay yung mga tao. Kasi ang product, sila yung mga bibili sa Facebook, no? So tayo as mga negosyante, partners tayo ni Facebook dahil ginagamit natin yung advertising platform niya and then nagbabayad tayo sa kanya. So sino yung paninda ni Facebook? Yung mga gumagamit ng Facebook, yung mga consumer, no? Kasi doon niya pinapakita yung mga paninda natin, no? So, alam mo, nauubos yung oras natin, alam mo, reels, kaka-Facebook, di ba? Yun pala, nauubos na yung oras natin being a consumer. Ito yung pag-change na ng mind natin, no? Na hindi tayo consumer lang. Tayo ay okay, pag may nakahula, Gcash ulit tayo, Gcash portion. 1, kung tayo ay, okay, number 1 is customer. Number 2, tayo ay creator. 3, tayo ay business owners. 1, kung customers. 2, okay, marketer. 3, business owners. 4, creators. Diba? Target market, okay. Content creator, sabi ni Marjun. Ang galing. Tama. Tayo ay content creator. So, ngayong digital era, gusto ko sanang i-take advantage natin yung creator economy na tinatawag. Takot na takot dito yung mga malalaking negosyante. Kasi, example mo na lang yung mga TV network companies. Hindi na sila ganun ka profitable 10 years ago. Pansin nyo ba yun? Tingnan nyo yung mga TV networks ngayon. Hindi na sila ganun ka profitable o ganun kalakas tulad dati 10 years ago. 'Di ba? Kasi nahati na yung mga advertising campaigns, no, sa TV at online. And mind you, alam naman natin na sobrang lakas ng advertising sa social media. Kasi halos lahat 24/7 nasa phone. And yung phone mo, halos all the time nasa bulsa natin. Kapag hindi nasa bulsa natin, tabi natin pagtulog. Di ba? Buti pa siya, katabi patulog. Di ba? Nice, di ba? So, ano yan? Ano ibig sabihin yan para sa mga negosyante? Di ba? Anong ibig sabihin yan para sa mga marketer? Di ba? So, that's an opportunities for us to create content about our businesses, about our profession, di ba? About our skills, about our knowledge. Anything that you can share online, as long as it in the positive light, it can create money. Alright, so going back to our content dito sa ating ads, no? Ito yung pang-boost ng ating mga ginagawa. Ha? Create ng market reach. No, kunyari, let's just say meron na tayong content pero walang halos nakakita sa atin, di ba? Ito na yun, right? So, going back, it's auction lagi dahil all of us agreed that we understand that the Facebook is not just social media platform, it's an advertising platform. So, we treat that way. Okay. So, pagdating dito, let's just say, nagbago isip ko, sir, kanina parang gusto ko ng awareness, traffic, engagement ako nag-decide, pero gusto ko ng sales. Pwede mo siyang i-change dito. Okay? Tapos, sir, parang nagbago isip ko, engagement na lang. Engagement na lang muna, test ko lang. Okay? And then, sir, na-realize ko meron na pala akong data, meron na akong mga previous na ad campaign. So, pwede mo na i-add dito, pwede mo na i-activate dito si Advantage Campaign Budget. So, ang sinasabi niya, pag in-on mo yan, yung budget mo is madidistribute across dun sa mga ads mo. depending sa best performance o yung performance um, na may magandang results na sa'yo. So, doon niya ihahati-hati niya. Depende kung gaano karami yan, bibigyan niya yan, no? Isa-isa. Isa-share niya yan, didistribute niya. Ganun niya nakikita. Pero kung bago pa lang naman, syempre, dahil syempre, isa pa lang naman to, no? Hindi na natin siya turn on. Okay? A/B testing, it's almost the same. Gagawa lang naman siya ng isa pang version nito para lang i-test yung mga different creatives mo, different copywriting mo, yung caption natin, and then, placement, kung saan mo siya ilalagay kasi may iba't ibang placement sa loob, no? Pwede sa marketplace, pwede sa feeds, mga ganyan. Pwede sa yung tinatawag na displays, mag-iiba rin siya. So, dito mo siya makikita kung asan siya mas effective. Alright? So, let's move into the second one. Ito yung ad set level. Choose ad set. Choose ad set level. Engagement ad set. So pagdating dito sa ad set level, dito mo na makikita mas marami ka ng controls. Okay? Dito muna tayo sa gitna, mamaya natin to tignan sa gilid. So sabi, yung conversion ko, saan ko siya gustong papuntahin? Ngayon, may option ako dito, pwedeng messaging, papunta sa ad, calls, website, Facebook page. So let's just say gusto ko lang sa mag-usap kami sa Facebook. Okay? So ito yung isa kong account, no, na wino-workout. So magme-message siya dito sa Facebook ko na to. So kung meron kang ibang page, pwede mo lang i-click dito, mamili ka diyan. Oops, okay. Say hindi ko pwede share 'yon dahil kliyente na tayo, work ko 'yon, na wino-workout din. Next is here. Baba ka lang dito sa messaging, pwede mo siya i-click dito. Okay, pwede mo i-connect yung Instagram or meron kang WhatsApp, pwede mo rin i-connect dito. Alright? So ano daw yung goal ng paggaran mo nitong ads? Pwede kang mamili. Gusto mo ba ng messaging? May pag-converse, converse sa'yo yung ano mo, yung mga chat sa'yo? Or gusto mo ng click? So ano to? Advisable to kung meron kang website. Okay? Pag wala naman, pwede namang chat na lang. Okay? Bid control. So ano ba yung gusto mo na budget para sa results na to? Pwede kang maglagay dyan. Pero optional lang naman siya kasi meron ka pang isa pang option dito. May control ka pa dito ulit. Okay? So budget and schedule. Punta mo tayo sa budget. Meron tayong dalawa, daily budget and lifetime. So very ano naman siya, self-explanatory. Daily budget, magkano yung gagastusin ko sa isang araw? Okay, pwedeng 200 pesos ako a day. Maggaran ako hanggang kailan ko gusto. Pag hindi mo nilagyan ng tikto, magaran siya forever. Sana may forever lahat, di ba? Dito meron. Okay? So, ayan. 200 pesos ang nilagay ko. May question. Ano yung best price na pwede kong ilagay as a budget on a daily basis? 'Di ba? Magandang question 'yan. Kasi pag sobrang taas mo naman, syempre malulugi ka. Hindi naman lahat may budget, 'di ba? Most likely pa nga yung iba halos walang budget pero gusto mag-try. So, with that question, paano natin malalagay yung saktong budget lang na kakayanan
Diba
natin?
ako hindi?
'Di ba? Ang experience namin, 200 pesos to 300 pesos, okay na yan per day. Okay? Pag bababa ka pa dyan, aandar pa din siya, okay pa siya, pero hindi na ganun kaganda yung papasok sa'yo na leads. Okay? So, yun lang naman yung na-notice namin based on our working with clients as well as getting results as well using this Facebook ads, different testing din. Okay? So, clear tayo dito sa daily budget. Punta naman tayo sa lifetime. Let's just say, 2 weeks kung papatakbuhin yung 200 ko, that's gonna be 2,800. 2,800 a month. 2,800 for 2 weeks. Okay? So, lifetime budget ko siya, 2 weeks hanggang ano lang, hanggang, teka lang. Start ako ngayon hanggang end of month lang. Yan. So, sa end of month, 2,800 yung gagastusin ko, bahala ka Facebook kung paano mo gagamitin yan. Basta 2,800 ako hanggang end of month. Okay? Ganun lang siya. Right? So, padating naman dito sa ads control, clear tayo dito sa ad budget. Press mo naman yung 1, 1 ka naman dyan. 2 naman kapag hindi pa clear. Okay, clear naman. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, let's go to ads control. Ads control or audience control. Dito naman yung location. Okay, kung saan ka mag-ooperate. Most likely, kung gusto mo, kunyari, Metro Manila ka lang, pwede mo lagay dyan, Metro Manila. Yan. Ito sa Metro Manila. So, ang best practice din dito is identify yung mga target mong location. Okay? Hindi advisable na banatan mo yung isang buong Pilipinas, no? I-target mo yung buong Pilipinas, tapos mag-run ka ng iba't ibang location kasi magulo. Pag magulo yung data mo, mahirap siyang intindihin. Ngayon, kapag hindi mo siya maintindihan, that means ligaw agad yung ads mo. So, pag ligaw yung ads, that means hindi talaga siya magko-convert sa sales kasi hindi mo alam kung sino yung kino-convertan natin, di ba? So, mas maganda mag-test ka ng maliliit. Pwedeng Metro Manila lang muna. Try ko sa Cebu. Try ko Davao. Pwede yan. O try ko muna ng Quezon City. Mas maliit. Di ba? Mas lalo pag localize ka. Vertical yung ino-offer. May restaurant ka. Di ba? Siyempre, alangan na mag-offer ka sa buong Metro Manila. Pwede yun kung marami kang branches. Di ba? Pero kung nasa Quezon City ka, targetin mo yung buong Quezon City. Or targetin mo yung pinakamalapit sa address mo. Di ba? Pwede siyang ganun. Okay? So, pagdating naman sa ating targeting dito, meron pa tayong more options. So sabi dito, 18, pababa, ano lang naman yan? Option lang naman yan. So, nilagay ko siya sa lumang audiences. Okay? So, lagay natin ulit siya dito. So, ito yung controls natin sa account para lang malaman natin kung ano yung mga audience natin. Okay? So sa account ko na to, syempre wala pa. Pero pwede tayong mag-setup and then yung placement control natin, pwede rin natin siyang i-setup. Okay? So, close ko lang to. Dito mo makikita yung audience na nakasave din. And then, dahil test account nga to, pwede ka mag-create ng new audience and lookalike. Okay? So that's a bit more advanced. That's a bit more advanced. But this one is more on how you can get started with Facebook and run it na and get as well the results. Alright? So meron na tayong Metro Manila. Let's just say, balik ulit tayo ngayon. Ito na, very handy na dito yung ideal customer profile, ha? Kasi syempre dahil alam mo na nga yung target mo, syempre target ko lang, ito yung mga pera around 30s or around 24 na bibili ng kotse. Okay, so around 30s, bibili ng kotse, max is around 55. Yan, so pwede mo ngayon lagyan ng demographics dito, lagay ka ng car, ano ba yung binibenta mo? Used car ba? And then, there, pwede ka mga ng suggestions. Okay. Add mo lang siya dyan. Suggestion ulit. SUVs ba? Car dealership. So, as much as possible, mas um, mas targeted, no? Mas alam mo yung binibentahan mo, mas magiging maganda yung targeting natin. Okay? Kasi babalik ulit tayo dun sa ideal customers natin. Yun yung magiging parang blueprint mo talaga eh. Yun yung magiging guide mo para i-create tong mga targeting mo dito. Okay? So these are just samples lang. But I hope you get the whole idea of how we make this targeting. Okay? So pwede ka mag-add din dito ng exclusions. Meaning, yung mga ayaw mong isama. Dahil may mga cars ka na dito, syempre ayaw mo yung mga iba naman na bibili ng for example, may used cars ako dito, brand new pala yung binibenta ko. So dito ko lalagay yung used cars, 'di ba? Para hindi ka baksakan uh, ng mga inquiries na ang gusto pala nila is second hand ng mga sasakyan, 'di ba? So the point is hihiwalay mo lang naman dito yung mga ayaw mong makuha na type of ads. Okay. So baba tayo language, okay na yan, English lang naman yan. Kung kailangan mo magdagdag, pwede mo ilagay diyan. Okay? So add placements. Ito lang naman yung mga pwede nating paglagyan. Katulad kanina, sabi dito, pwede kang mag-manual. Yung sinabi ko sa'yo kanina, nakita natin, pwedeng gamitin yan. Pwede mo to i-manual din. Okay? So, saan mo gusto lumabas? Facebook, Instagram, pwede mo i-tick dito, isa-isa. Pwede mong tanggalin yan. So, ayoko sa stream videos. Ayoko sa search results. Pwede mo tanggalin yan. Sa feeds lang. Gusto mo feeds, Instagram feeds, profile feeds. Nandiyan lang ako sa marketplace. Pwede mo tanggalin yan isa-isa. Ang ano neto, mari-reduce din yung cost neto. Actually, maganda siya. Bababa yung bayad mo kay Facebook. Ang problema naman sa kanya, mas liliit yung audience mo. Ay, napansin mo. Liliit yung audience mo. So, habang ginagalaw-galaw mo to, nagbabago-bago yung audience mo. Okay? Facebook stories. Yan. So, nag-iiba-iba din yung market mo. Kasi syempre, yung market mo for static image or graphic lang, iba yung market nun. Iba rin yung market mo for videos, no? Iba rin siya. Iba rin yung market mo na may mga animation ka, no? Kasi syempre, hindi naman lahat ng tao gusto animation, pero ding iba na gusto videos, meron ding iba na gusto text lang, articles, di ba? So, iba't ibang klaseng audiences to. Okay? So, every time na may post ka, every time na may content ka, pwede mo siya ibangga dito saan mo siya gustong palabasin. Okay? Para this way, mas control mo siya. Pero pag binigay mo kay Facebook yung control, boom, siya bahala ngayon kung saan niya papalabasin yung mga content mo. Okay? Clear ba tayo, John? Almost done na. Malapit na tayo dito. Nandito na tayo sa last part. I know it's already hungry. It's already lunch na. Last na. So, nandito na tayo sa last part. Ito na yung creatives natin. Shoes. Creative. Okay. Yan na yung shoes creatives natin. Pwede na nating ilagay dito yung ating mga content. So, meron tayong dalawang option dito sa ad setup. Okay? Pareho lang naman siya kanina, no? Let's just say, influencer ka, content creator ka na pala, no? Pwede ka ron ngayon magkaroon ng partnership program dito. Lagay mo lang siya dyan and then enter mo lang yung code and post info. Okay? Again, if you bump into something that you're new with that, pwede mo na ulit gamitin si ChatGPT. Okay? Chat mo na siya dito. How to partnership in Meta. Okay? That's it. So, meron ka na ulit ways para to do that. Okay? So, what I'm teaching you now is how you can really work on your own creating your Facebook ads. Right? So, alam na natin to. And then, punta na tayo sa ad page. Pwede mo i-connect dito yung Instagram. Meron na akong isa dito for Facebook. Dahil wala akong Instagram niyan. Dito na tayo sa ad setup. Ad setup, meron tayong options. So, pwede natin gamitin daw, create tayo ng bago or pwede tayo mag-create ng existing post and pwede tayo mag-create ng mock-up. Okay, this is more on e-commerce but let's just focus on these two things kasi mas madalas itong nagagamit. Create muna tayo ng existing post dahil I'm not sure kung meron akong post dito. I think meron. Ito, kunyari, itong bahay na to. Gagamitin ko siya as ads, no? Advantage nito sa paggamit ng existing post ay meron na siyang mga Meron na siyang engagement, no? So that means dahil may engagement na siya, pag niran mo siya ng ads, mas attractive siya sa iyong mga target audience. Look at that. 'Di ba? Instead na yung other option, sabi dito sa other option is create an ad, no? So sa other option na create an ad, literally pang ano siya, bago siya, gagawan mo siya ng content. Bagong post siya as is. Okay? So that means wala siyang interaction and stuff. Now, you have to configure that yourself. Okay? So, ang kagandahan ngayon kay Facebook, meron na siyang options para sa alternative na copywriting. Pwede mo ngayon i-select yan. Kung hindi mo naman siya dig, pwede mong tanggalin. Ayoko, hindi ko gusto. Masyadong robotic, di ba? So, tanggalin mo lang. Or pwede mo select, mamili ka lang dyan ng isa. Okay? Kung gusto mong dagdagan, pwede ka mag-generate more. Yan ang AI ano ngayon ni Facebook. So syempre kailangan natin ang call to action na tinatawag. Ito yung send message. Okay? So call to action natin, mapapansin mo may call to action ako dito. Ayan yung contact number. And then, meron pa tayong send message. Yan tinatawag natin call to action. Okay. Ito, meron din dito sa Facebook call to action. Right. Gets po ba? Nakakasunod naman. Ano naman tayo dyan? Type ng 1 kung nandyan na tayo. Type 2 kung nagugutom na. Type 1 kung okay pa. Type 3 kung gusto ng GCash. Sabi ko na eh. 1, 2, 3, si Cristel. Okay, gusto ng GCash lahat. O next time, sige, gawin natin to GCash. Alright. Wala mag-send ng mobile number ha. Kasi baka may pumasok na more than 50,000 dyan. Okay, so nandito na tayo sa call to action. We're done. Punta tayo ngayon sa messaging template. Very straightforward. Intuitive lang naman din si messaging template. Pero kung inutusan ka ng manager mo, sabi ng manager mo, ayoko nung ano natin, chat conversation natin, i-edit mo. O sige, sir, kayang-kaya ko yan. Intern ka. Kayang-kaya natin yan. So, ayun, no? Meron ka ngayon dito. I-change mo lang naman itong mga question neto. So, available ba tayo? Hi, please, how can I help you? Change mo lang yan. Ang availability ng button, palitan natin, ask for price, ask for details. O, pwede mo click dyan. Yung question na to, pwede mong i-edit. So, kailangan ko ngayon ng questions para dito. So, hingan mo yung manager mo. Sir, ano ilalagay ko dito? Can you make a purchase? So, syempre, gusto ng manager mo, dapat alam mo na yung ginagawa mo dahil matagal ka na o dahil intern ka, tinetest ka niya, gawin mo na lang yan. Kung na bahala dyan, basta gusto ko, baguhin mo yan. So, gusto ko, question number 1, can I make a purchase? Yes, okay, pwede yan. Pwede mo lagyan ng automated response. How can you make a purchase? So, pwede mo lagyan ito, which product? Or, dahil binibenta ko dito ay properties, which listings? Which listing you are interested? Dahil magalang tayo, interested po. Gusto mo lagyan may smiley pa. There we go. Okay. So, dito sa number 2 question, can I speak to an agent? Yes. Yes, may I have your number? Yeah. Okay. Gusto ng manager mo straightforward lang. Gusto ko isang tanong lang. Ayoko nung maraming question. Mas maraming options, tinatamad yung audience natin mag-reply. So, tanggalin mo na yung isa, boom. Tanggalin mo na yung pangalawa, okay? Meron ka lang isang question. Yan na. So, pwede mo na siyang i-save. Pero kung gusto mo mas detailed pa, gamitin mo na ulit si ChatGPT. Yan, di ba? Pwede mo na ngayon i-ask ChatGPT to make you a chat response for real estate business page. Okay? Yan na, binigyan ka na niya ng question and answer. So, syempre, hindi yan sakto, titweak mo na lang ulit yan. Alright? Clear? Clear ba tayo doon? So, last part natin ay yun na, yung chat natin. Pwede na natin siya ngayon i-publish. Alright, since mukha namang walang error, mukhang okay naman ang ating ads na sample. Yan. So, processing na siya. Okay? All good? Clear po ba? So, we're at the last part of our our webinar. So, I'm gonna open our floor now for question and answer since we've all discussed everything from branding, content strategy, and now meta ads, the whole environment on how you can use meta ads. No, it's not super technical. This is all the foundation on how you can run the meta ads based on your situation in the business, the branding, and the content, no? But if you need more about, syempre meron pa tayo mga data analytics dito, join us in the Digital Nation Philippines group so that we can guide, each other, give you feedback as well how you can move into your meta ads. So my question dito, number 1, yung budget ad set na 2,800 lifetime po yun. Lifetime yun, meaning lifetime nung period kung kailan mo siya sinet, no? Katulad kanina yung sample natin. Ang sample natin is 2 weeks, di ba? So for 2 weeks, tatakbo siya ng today hanggang end of month. So yun yung babayaran natin kay Facebook, 2,800. Any questions? None, sir. Okay, any questions, clarifications about Facebook ads? Okay. Going once, going twice. All goods? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing na. I know it's already 12:30. So that's about an hour and a half of webinar. So I'd like to, I'd like to thank you everyone, to say thank you everyone, no, for joining us for this webinar. There will be another one in October, which more focus on digital marketing. It could be sales, more on conversion. Okay, so please make sure to join the Digital Nation Philippines group, so you will get the registration link first. All right, because there's so many registrants, around 250 plus sila. Okay, so they reserve that link as well for you. We can reserve that link. All right. So thank you so much. I hope you learned something, at least 1 or 2 that you can apply in your business, in your work as a professionals and the students. I believe we have some valuable insights here that you can apply in your daily tasks. All right. So thank you so much for your time. Hope to see you all on to the next one. Cheers and have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Oh, about the certificate, by the way, just email me. I think I sent an email to you about the registration. You can reply to that, or you can get my email. It's albert@gopalnichopro.com. Okay, there. Just email me there. Copy paste that. Email me. Send me your full name. And we will reply to you including the attachment of your certificate. All right. Anything else I forgot to answer? Okay. By the way, before we wrap up, is it okay if we take a picture with all of you guys? I hope you don't mind. Okay. Nice. There's so many of you. Okay. So if you can turn on your cam, that would be nice. But if you're not comfortable with that, it's okay too. No problem. We're very flexible naman with all here. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Right. There's a lot of us. Thank you so much. And then last one. Hold on a second. I'm just saving it. Okay. One more time. And right. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining again. Hope to see you all next time in October. All right. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Cheers. Bye-bye. Have a good lunch.